Alright, y'all's probably wondering why I called y'all's here. Is all fired. Ha ha! How about that, Mr. Bidon? You ain't the only one that can ruin jobs. On a more serious note, I wanted to touch base with everyone on how I went about getting these crooked tongues or these pivot points dressed back into position. These here are looking pretty good. There's a few of them that were great, but these two here were the worst. And what I took was a little 1/4 inch square dowel, square wood, square whatever. It was a square, and shaved it down so that it would fit one of these that was perfect. And once I got it to where it'd slide all the way across, I took it and shoved it in in between these things, and hit it with a with a blow dryer. I blew it good for about, on high heat, for about 20 seconds, and then let it cool. And then I did it on the other side for about 20 seconds and let it cool. And you can check it in between and everything, and slide it back in, heat it some more if it's still going a little screwbally on you. And that's how you can straighten these things out, is just by shoving a wedgie in there and giving it a wedgie and throwing a little heat to it, making the sparks ignite, and getting a little afternoon delight. So there's that. I just wanted, maybe you'll come up with a better way to do it, but I got plenty of wood around here, so yeah, and most wood I don't use. So now what else was there that I was going to? Oh yeah, the phenolic contacts for these paddle switches. Let me take his out here into the wilderness. By the way, first day of summer, and we haven't hit 100 yet, and that's odd. Last year, I think we hit 100 in May, or maybe it was late April. I'm not really sure, but we had some really extremely hot days. I had to fire up the cooler and everything, and then we got a cold spell, and then I had to turn the cooler off and everything, and you know, it's feast or famine, you know, life or death. Okay, out here, and my bench thingy, I got this thing sandwiched in between these two things. Now what I got is a popsicle stick on this side and the opposite side over there, and then I put a popsicle stick on this side with a piece of a little thick cardboard, about half the thickness of the popsicle stick, and I put it on like that. I put both of them in there, and I don't know if you can tell it or not without me being right in the way or casting a shadow, but that is looking pretty good. And this is going to be the second pressing that I've made of this. I made a slight adjustment to it so that I could get a little better clamp or a little bit more pressure on it to get it straightened. But spritz it with a little liquid. Water is preferable on both sides. Shove it in there, press it down, let it sit in the sun and bake. Bake, 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 bake until it becomes a potato. And then you can come take it in, let it cool, take it apart, and see how you did. If not, go for the second adjustment like I have. Now, this is the way I the only way I could think of to do it. Now, if you can come up with a better way, let me know so I don't have to go through all this, because this cotton picker, it gets hot. So, with that being done, I guess I'm pretty much done for the day. Doggy's in, resting peacefully. I've been, I don't know if I mentioned it to anybody. I've been, I moved Doggy over onto baby food. I got him on some organic baby food. Sweet potato, sweet carrots, and sweet corn, and what was the other one? Sweet potato and pumpkin. And he's looking better. He's still got a little bit of a hind problem. It might be a little dysplasia, but he apparently is moving around better. He has his moments though, but he doesn't look quite as emaciated. Now, he hasn't gone poop yet, so that's going to be a big telltale right there to me whether or not I'm going to be having any success going this route as opposed to the other one, because the other stuff, that super sauce, it was just making him vomit. So, and it was mega dose, like 2,400 calories and like 5 cc's, you know. So, I mean, it's well, maybe a full syringe, like 10 milliliters or something like that. It's pretty stout stuff. So at least he's been on the baby food 3 days, and he hasn't thrown up. He hasn't pooped, but the big plus is he hasn't thrown up yet, even with the watering and everything. So I've been giving him that, about starting him out on about 3 or 4 milliliters, graduated the next day to about 5 or 6, and we're up to about 10 today. He's been on it 3 days now, a full 24, 48, 72 hours. So, well, the seedling will make 72 hours. So, it's looking promising. Now, he ain't going to get up and start jumping fences and everything else like that, but hopefully I'll get another year out of him. I hope. I just hope. I hope. Welcome to Planet Hope. So, anyway, that takes care of that. I've got the mountings for those paddle switches, those tones paddle switches, out here on the back, and they're being primed. And the one thing about this primer that I really like, I went with some automotive primer, but you have to sand it, and a lot of this stuff is too intricate in those little nooks and crannies to get in there to try to get all that fuzz off your part, so that you can finish coat it. But this here, I don't know if you can tell it very good. Let me get it over here in a light, and if you can tell, it's already smooth. You don't have to, if you put it on there correctly and don't flood it, little short bursts and little and light little coats, and then hit it again and hit it again if you want. You know, it ain't gonna hurt it. That sucker will be smooth. So just wanted to let you know that is what I'm using. Flat gray primer, and it's been a jewel. When I go to paint that I haven't tried it with the chrome yet. I think chrome is, some I hear do, you have to do the chrome with black, and now I'm not really sure if I want to risk that far. But I mean, for this stuff, this metallic and stuff, all that metallic paint, metal flake paint and whatever, that stuff will be a good underlayment for that. I mean, it'll be smooth as long as you don't get no runs, no drips, no errors. So anyway, that's all pretty much what I'm going to do right now. Maybe this evening, after Doggy gets his feeding and he goes down for another hour and a half or so, I can get out here and start taking a machete to the chassis. So we'll see. So stand by, more coming. Thanks for watching.